OMG. Best pay-per-view I've seen this year? I meant I just saw No Way Out 2012 WWE just today. And let me tell you, it was a blast. Oh, I know. What you're trying to say. I thought this kid hated the WWE. He said it was shit. But still, even though it is still shit, this pay-per-view was amazing. I mean, I've seen so many bad pay-per-views that were resurrected, like, Vengeance 2011. But this, No Way Out 2012, was amazing. How is it amazing, you may ask? Well, to be on the custom fact, this is the first pay-per-view I ever bought on TV. Yeah, most of the time I would just wait until I buy them on DVD, but still, it's like, this was amazing. Let me give you all the matches they had. There was Dolph Ziggler versus Sheamus, which was a pretty okay match. I meant, Sheamus is still the high and mighty world champion. But Dolph Ziggler was a pretty good wrestler in that match. I mean, he did a lot of drop kicks, leg sweeps. It was pretty well indeed. And the next match was, I don't want to say this, but Santino Marella versus Ricardo Rodriguez in a tuxedo match. Okay, to be perfectly fair, I think that was the only pay-per-view that I just walked away and went to the toilet to take a dump. Because remember when I said Santino sucks, so I don't really want to see it. But then again, Santino won, and he made a disgrace out of Ricardo Rodriguez. But there was a problem. There is actually Alberto Del Rio underwear. I saw it when Ricardo Rodriguez was stripped. I want an Alberto Del Rio underwear for Christmas. Okay, that sounds pervy, but still, it seems awesome. And the next match was Cody Rhodes versus Christian. Now, I was waiting for that match tonight because I thought it was going to be one of the greatest matches I would see. Yeah, it was okay, I guess. I mean, Christian got beaten up, and I was very impressed with Cody Rhodes. I mean, Cody Rhodes did a lot of defensive maneuvers most of the time. He's getting quick strength and speed for his age, and wrestling career. Too bad that he lost though, because it's Father's Day and he would have made it to that trial. But still, he did a good job in defending himself, so that's a good thing. He might be an attributor in this wrestling business. Next was, oh yeah, I remember. There was a 4 fadeaway tag match. Justin Gabriel, Tyson Kidd versus the Usos versus Primo and Epico, and Darren Young and Titus O'Neil. I know it's Titus O'Neil, but it sounds funny when you say Titus. Kind of like an angry video game word Superman 64 episode. It was a pretty good match, I had to say. I meant there was a lot of fast-paced action. I meant even though we don't have all the greatest tag teams anymore in this business, there are pretty talented dudes in that show. And the winners were Darren Young and Titus O'Neil after the manager of Primo and Epico betrayed them because everybody else was outside the ring. And I have to say, I was really rooting for Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. Those guys I like a lot, and they're really underrated due to how much they don't get TV time and stuff like that. But one match that I thought was the most amazing one of all time was CM Punk versus Kane and Daniel Bryan. I was cheering that match all day long when I saw that match. I was like, yes, yes, yes. Yes, I'm a fan of Daniel Bryan. And CM Punk was pretty good too. I mean, even though he got his ass kicked a lot, he still did a great job on taking down Kane and Daniel Bryan. And yeah, I mean, even though there's a story mode with AJ liking them all and all that, I still would have thought Kane would have been a good selection for AJ. But I don't know, she's just going through a lot of boys lately, so we don't know what's gonna happen. But before that match, there was Layla versus Beth Phoenix, and I have to say, Layla is a much better wrestler diva in that company, I guess. I would probably say fuck you, Kelly Kelly, but I probably won't because, she's not a lot. What am I saying? She doesn't even do anything at all. She's basically a Team Dixie model. Her moves are like, yeah, whatever. So the match was pretty okay, except, Layla did a lot of, dancing, shaking, butting, but she did some pretty good wrestling moves from what I saw. After those matches, there was the main event, which was the only match I got off my brain busted with. It was Big Show versus John Cena in a steel cage match, and the managers was Vince McMahon for John Cena and John Laurinaitis for Big Show. And I had to say, like, it was a pretty well match from what I saw. Big Show was taking down John Cena, and like also being Big Show with him because I hate John Cena. I want his ass fired. But then again, Brutus Clay, Alex Riley, Zack Ryder, Kofi Kingston, all those losers in the WWE decided to help. And the Big Show lost, and John Cena went. Then they held John Laurinaitis, Vince McMahon, like, you're fired! And then they FU'd him to announce table, and that was it. So that match sort of pissed me off. I don't want to talk about it anymore because if I do, I'm going to puke out my guts knowing that idiot John Cena still won. Hate that one dude. But I have to say it was a pretty good pay per view. No Way Out was really great this year. I would probably give it an 8 out of 10, I guess. It's not like the big thing like WrestleMania or SummerSlam or anything like that, but I have to say it was pretty impressive. The wrestlers did a good job out there. A lot of great abilities and techniques were used. I would have suggested a few no DQ matches, but it's WWE. What do you expect? So that's all I have for today. Happy Father's Day to all the peeps out there, and thank you for some of the people who are Skyping me. I like you guys very much. So that's it. This is Life for Virtue, and subscribe to my old time favorite wrestling moments or my crazy shit videos. See ya. Okay, that was weird.